Hello class. In this video, I'm going to concentrate on giving you some information regarding reading inputs. One video, a few videos back, I talked about there are many different types of inputs that can be joined to the to the basic stamp. Uh, for example, you can connect a switch, and a switch has two states, 0 and 1. You can connect some type of sensor which also operates similar to a switch, 0 and 1. For example, motion sensor or a water level sensor, float sensors, or some type of proximity sensor. Then there are sensors that you cannot connect directly to the analog to the basic stamp simply because you don't want to read two values. You want to read a range of values. Therefore, you can buy this chip called an analog to digital converter that will convert those analog values or those range of analog values into uh, binary numbers or numbers that can be read by the mic controller. For our project, we selected an 8-bit analog digital converter. So here I reserve the byte for that. So this analog value will go into the computer as a digital information, and that information is read as 8 bits. There's also a special command called RCT, which allows you to read the value it takes to charge up a capacitor. So if you have a circuit that has a variable resistor, or a sensor that has a variable resistance, or if you have a sensor that has a variable capacitance, or even a current generator type sensor, then you can use the RC time command to calculate how much time it takes for it to charge or discharge. And you can read that value as a 16-bit binary word, or any numbers between 0 and 65,000. You can also connect a keypad, and keypad has two outputs. One is called a strobe and the other is called a 4-bit nibble, which represents the position of each of the keys that you may press. For example, you can have 16 buttons on a keypad, so you can read in values 0 through 15. And the strobe tells you that a key is being pressed. And lastly, there are some serial commands that allows you to communicate with devices using the serial RS-232 protocol. Oh, that was a mouthful. Well, anyway, I've defined all of these variables for each of these types of sensors. And over down here, I'm showing you where I've connected those sensors to different pins. And I've defined the constants that I might need to read and write from those sensors. And I've initialized those variables to 0. Okay. And in this part of the program, I'm sending a welcome message to an LCD, letting everyone know that I am testing the inputs. Now the main program. In the main program here, I have examples of most of the type of sensors. Now I've turned off the serial in because I don't have any devices connected to the um, computer right now. I mean to the basic stamp that will transmit information such as an RFID reader and also um, wireless communications. Actually, I don't have anything connected to the basic stamp. I'm just here to demonstrate that you can read values from many different sources. And in this example here, I'm reading for each of the inputs. Some inputs I read using the equal sign. Others I have to execute a series of commands just to get the data, such as the analog to digital converter and the RC. And of course, the serial in command is also a line that allows you to read bytes of data into the computer. And here is a command for the keypad. It tells me that if someone is pushing the button, then read the value. If a button is not being pressed, then just go to the display directly. You don't need to do anything unless someone is pressing a button, because the value just stay the same. Now here, just for demonstration, I'm just displaying the information on the debug window, and I'm displaying the information on the LCD screen. Once again, just to prove to you, I download the program first, I'll try it again. I'll download the program. You can see the LCD screen displays testing the inputs, and then it starts displaying the condition of the inputs. And the debug command allows me to see the information on the computer, and the serial out LCD command allows me to see it on the LCD screen once I've disconnected from the computer. Once again, this video was just trying to show you an example of how you can use the Basic Stamp program to read many different types of inputs. My next video will concentrate on how do you control outputs directly. Thank you.